Hi everyone, Marianne Cowan here from Pinery Paper Crafts and welcome to my channel. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Ottawa, Canada. I do Facebook Lives Wednesdays and Fridays at 1 o'clock on my Facebook page. So today I thought I would share with you some of the ways that I get organized when we have a new catalog. So in the Stampin' Up world, there are three catalogs that come out each year. The annual catalog, which is the big catalog, and lasts from May until the next May, basically. So it's our annual catalog. It's here for 1 year. Then we have two mini catalogs, which are more seasonal. Currently, we have the January to June mini catalog, and then we will have July to December mini catalog. So whenever a new catalog comes out, there are certain things that I always do. So I thought I would share that with you today because I know I love watching other people and how they organize their craft studio. So maybe you'll get a few little tips. Maybe you already do all these things. I'm not sure, but I just thought I would share. So the first thing I do when I get my catalog is I take it to our Staples, which is our Office Depot, office supply store, and I get it spiral bound, and I get a clear plastic cover put on it. Just making sure, yeah, I'm in screen. So that's the first thing I do. I always put my name on my copy because I do have them out when I have in-person card classes, which I haven't had lately, but I maybe will again. Then I grab some of these Post-it tabs. I just ordered them on Amazon. You can also get these at Staples. They come in different colors. And then what I do is I look for the areas that I know I open my catalog to the most. So the first one is the paper. So here's all the different papers. Then we have storage, adhesives, tools, and designer series paper. This is my favorite section. So the designer series papers, then envelopes, oops, wrap it up. So wrap it up. Embellishments, another one of my favorites. Ribbon. Punches. These are punch sets, and then the regular punches. Tools. And then when I'm putting them down, what I do is I just go in a little bit and I grab the one before and then I just overlap them a little bit. You can do it however you like, but that's how I do it. Die bundles, dies, and folders. Then I have one tab for host, so I know what the host set is. So I like to do that. Sometimes I will go across the top and put some tabs for the suites, but I haven't done that yet. The catalog's pretty new, so I'll wait and see if I want to do that. I did do that with my last catalog. So across the top, I put the suite, and that's where the suite is. And I'll probably go ahead and do that again. So that's the first thing. The next thing I do is, well, the next thing I did was I gave everyone on my team this cardstock sampler pack, and it has a 3x3 of all the colors. So what I did is I cut out 3x3 of the new in colors. These ones are labeled. So I will just go with my Sharpie and put the name Tahitian Tide, Sweet Sorbet, Orchid Oasis, Starry Sky, and Parakeet Party. So I will add these, punch a hole in the corner, and then add them to the back. And I could put little tabs here, I guess, for the different colors, but I haven't done that. This is really handy if you're looking for, oh, I need a red, and then you want to find all the different red combinations and see which ones coordinate. And speaking about coordination and little rings, I'm going to take this off because it glares. Stampin' Up! If you're a demonstrator, you have access to these color coaches. So we have color coaches for the new in colors, and it tells you Sweet Sorbet. So Sweet Sorbet, here's some color combinations that you could use with Sweet Sorbet. So I find this particularly helpful. So what I did is I printed this off and I laminate it. I just have an inexpensive little home laminating machine. I got mine at Walmart. You can get them on Amazon. I think it's a Scotch brand laminator, and it's very handy. So I just took, this is all the new 2022, 2024 in colors. So I took those and laminated them. When you put them in the laminating sheet, you have to cut them apart and leave a little bit of space between each one. I actually put a little glue dot, can't tell, but I put a little glue dot to hold it in place as I slid the sheet into the laminator. Otherwise, it peels. So if I had just left it like this and then just cut it when I was done, these two sides would peel away. I'm a former teacher. I've done a lot of laminating. Here are the 2021, 2023 in colors, which are also on the demo website. And I will post some of these things on my blog, mariannecowan.com, so you have access to them. Okay, so that's the next thing I do. Well, I don't know if I did it in this order, but this video is all about papers. So then the other thing I do is, as demonstrators, we have access to this beautiful in color product sheet. It's a 2-pager. So I printed it off. It tells you all of the new, what we have in the new in colors, which is really helpful. We have all the blends this year. Other papers, the cardstock, the matte dots, baker's twine, and the ribbon. So I laminate that, and it's a good reminder if someone is looking for something in the new in colors. Speaking of the new in colors, during May, there is a starter kit promotion in Canada. I'm in Canada. To join, Stampin' Up! Is $135, and you get $165 worth of products. And as a bonus, during May, you get in-color grid paper, a multi-pack of the in-color cardstock, the whole ink collection, and a 6x6 pack of designer series papers. That's worth $95, free. And no free shipping. And in some provinces in Ontario, no tax. So, mariannecowan.com. I'd love to have you on our team. Our team has access to all of these resources that I'm showing you today. The next thing I do with my catalog is for my customers, I do a little wish list and always put in chocolate. These are some little Hershey's nuggets that I've wrapped with designer series paper, a little tea bag, and a little pen that you can open up and slide designer series paper in. Now this one has that's the tulip paper actually from our mini catalog. And then I put some tabs, and I found this pack of combo tags. So what I did is I took this one combo. You need big scissors, not your little Stampin' Up! Scissors. And then I just cut it. And then it naturally has a little flap. So I just took that little flap and slid it over in here, because you know everyone's gonna have a wish list as soon as they look through this catalog. So that helps them to mark the pages of all the things they want to buy. and a tea bag so they can enjoy a cup of tea while they're browsing through the catalog. So that's what I do when I'm sending out catalogs. Well, these are more local ones that I will put in with their catalog. Then the next thing I do is I do DSP paper samplers. So I have these available to my team. And what it has is the name of the designer series paper, the code or the catalog number, and then the colors that it coordinates with. So I take this piece of paper, and here's the beautiful one that you would get free in your starter kit. In color 6x6 designer series paper, I cut a 2-inch square. You have to do 2 because it's double-sided. And I glue these down. This one actually has more on the back. And then I take my 1-inch circle punch and I just go to my paper stash, which is right behind me, and I punch a circle for each of the coordinating colors. And again, I put this through the laminator, and this is good for the whole year. So to me, it's worthwhile. So we have the In Colors, He's the Man designer series paper, Design a Daydream Host. So this is a huge pack. If you do classes, this is a really good one to get because you get lots of paper. There's the back. These are just the ones we were able to pre-order. Hues of Happiness. Oh my gosh, I'm in love with this paper. Tea Boutique, another one of my favorites. And again, 6x6. And so many different patterns. It's really, really beautiful. And Sun Prints designer series paper. Another beautiful, beautiful designer series paper. Now for my specialty papers, how I store them, or how I store all of them. Oh, one other thing. This little packet here, I put in the 6x8 cellophane bags. They're available in the catalog. These 6x7 pockets are available from Stampin' Storage. There's an affiliate link on my website. These are amazing. In Canada, I usually wait till I'm going down to the States to pick them up or send them to the post office box down there, so you can save a little bit on shipping. But they're amazing. You get 12 in a pack, and I use them for this, and I use them for my embellishments, which I'll show you in a second. So for my little 6x6 papers, I like to slide them into here. This is the 20, 22, 24 glimmer paper. I make a label using my little P-Touch. This is a really old one, but still works. Now, normally when I do the labels on these, I would use, there's a little tab at the top, but because of the paper is so big, it doesn't really work that great. Well, you can't really see it, and this is way too big. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put it over to the right, because I do stack these up like this in a little wooden box, so then I can see quickly what it is. Although I'm going to know what this is just by looking at it. But just so you know what I do with my papers. So that's the glimmer paper. For my regular cardstock, I have a big tall shelf. If you look at my studio tour video, you'll see how my paper is set up. So in each slot, I have a big pack of the paper, and then I have one of these sheet protectors, and in that I put all my scraps. Scraps can really be a nightmare. I find by having them right with the same color, I use those. I always go to my scrap before I pull out a new sheet. So I will have that, and I will have this labeled Parakeet Party at the side. My new In Colors, I have a little bit over to the side of all the other regular colors, but that's how I do it. And this I find helps a lot. For my regular paper, I forgot the sleeve. So you can enjoy the beautiness of this. So I have these big, huge, how big are they? 12 and a half by maybe 13. You'll find them with scrapbooking supplies. I found them on Amazon. Originally, I found them at Michael's. So you might find them at Hobby Lobby or Michael's. That's where I originally found them. But this is how I store my 12 by 12 paper. So what I do is I honestly take the whole pack. I leave it in the pack. You can take it out if you want. I like to save it because on the back it has the coordinating colors. This one only has 4 colors, so I'm pretty sure I would remember. But sometimes I forget. Is it Sahara sand or is it gray granite? Gray granite. So I take my pack and I slide it in. Then I take my label, and again, I'm going to put it over to the right because I have these right exactly behind where I'm sitting right now, on the bottom shelf. And I have a little rack that holds them up. I'll do an in-depth tour of these things at another point. One other thing I've started doing this year is using color coding. So I'm going to use green for annual catalog. This is current paper, so it gets a green dot. When it's retired, I'll go back and put a yellow dot or maybe a red dot. To be honest, I usually pull them out of these because I only have a certain amount of these. They're kind of expensive, and I will just pull this off and use it for a new in color. Like these ones were from the last annual catalog that I just pulled them out. So then I have them stacked up like this, and I can just look through and see that this is sun prints. This helps protect your paper as well. I love, love, love these. You have to kind of start a collection, maybe buy 5 and then just keep adding to them. Okay, the last thing I'm going to show in this video, and then I'll do another video on color ink pads and markers, are my embellishments. So again, I use my 6x7 pockets, and I've already gone ahead and put these together. So then I take my labels, I add my label. Here's the glossy dots. I leave the cardboard in there just to keep it a little sturdier. And also sometimes I'll pull them out for a Facebook Live, and I don't want the whole case. I just want these. These are so pretty. So these ones, you can see how there's 4. It's 4 wide. So the labels aren't huge, so sometimes you have to cut it and just put it underneath. But you can see how it's easy to use the labels for these ones because you can still see the whole label. Whereas with the paper, when I did the glitter paper, it comes almost up to here. And it's so that's why I put the label down here. And where do I store these? I'll show you. If you watch my Facebook Live, you kind of know because I'm forever pulling this out. This is a case I got. I think I got it at HomeSense, and I actually need to use a wider one. So here I have all of my other ones, and you can see now these do not have a color dot, so I don't know which ones are current, and I'm forever going, oh, I think these are still available. So I'm going to go through these. Typically I pull out the ones that are retired, so I just have my new ones in here. But some of them I like to use still. I do have one container that I put retired, but it's getting a little full. And to be honest, I don't look in this very much. So I'll have to think of maybe a different way to do that. But anyways, that's how I do it. And this is how I store them. Okay. Well, I hope you got some ideas on how you can get organized with a new catalog. Whether you're a hobbyist or a demonstrator, it doesn't really matter. An organized space really helps with creativity. I find if I come in and my craft room is a mess, it's hard for me to get creative. So I do like to keep things organized. I have a place for most everything, but let's be real, stuff does pile up. But if I have it organized right from the beginning, it makes it quite a bit easier to keep it organized. So I hope you'll join me for the next video, which is going to be talking about ink pads and markers, and then how I organize my stamp sets and coordinating dies. Thanks for joining me. I do appreciate it if you like or share this video. If you're watching on YouTube, I invite you to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification button so that you will know next time I go live. Thanks everyone, and have a great day. And don't forget, if you're interested in the starter kit, check out mariannecowan.com/join in Canada. And if you're not in Canada, I'm sure there's a demonstrator wherever you are that would be happy to welcome you to their team. Thanks everyone.